Hello, Leo. Welcome to your August reading. So, we're going to split this up into a general reading, a love reading, and then a spiritual reading. Kind of sums up everything for the month. It's a quick one, but the timestamps will be in the description box below in case you need those. Okay, Leo. So, let's see what we got for you. We're going to start with your general energy. I already prayed and meditated over your energy. So, let's see what we got. Okay, we have broken heart and healer of ages. Okay, and then we have solar plexus chakra. Interesting. Triumphant success and light. Okay. I'm going to talk about this real quick and then we'll go into the cards. But the first thing I see here is you moving away from something. It's like it's time to close something up, right? Like you had an attachment to a situation, a situationship. Not necessarily with a person, but it could be with a business, it could be with your career, whatever. It's like you were tied up to something and it's just time to let it go, right? It's like you're seeing that holding on to it just doesn't help you anymore, and it's time to move on or grow or expand from whatever this situation was. I love that you have the solar plexus chakra because honestly, it talks about your self-esteem. You know, it hits your self-esteem and feeling like you couldn't be successful or not expecting. It's like you're putting in all this effort or trying to do all these things and nothing's coming out of it the way that you want it to, right? But it's like you're getting a breakthrough from that in August, letting it go, having an aha moment, a realization of some sort, and now you start to see success. It's like now that you've let something go, now that you moved on from this idea or this mindset, now you can let it go. It once made you sad. It was terrible. You were attached to it. You thought this was where your abundance was, you know. But now that you've realized that it's not, you can now let it go and start to move on, is what I'm getting from this energy, okay? So let's get into your cards, Leo. All right, you got cards flying out of the deck. So we have the Queen of Coins, Five of Cups, Judgment, Hermit, the Magician, the Death card, High Priestess, Four of Coins, and the Seven of Swords. I'm sorry, not seven. Eight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. Yeah. The Three of Swords in this case is not sad. It just talks about letting something go. This is very much about release, separating from something that no longer serves you, not letting it control you anymore or have any connection with your actions. You know, you're taking control of your life. And I love that because you have the Magician in the middle, Leo, and that tells me that you are in control. It's like you're in the control of the direction of your life and where you're going, how you're communicating, how it's coming out of your mouth, how it's coming out of your actions, how it's coming out of your soul, you know, what you're attracting. And you're not coming from a place of hurt. Now you're coming out of a place of knowing or acknowledgement in August. So I feel like this has a lot to do with career, money, where you're going. I feel like in the past you didn't like where your job was taking you, or now. It could be the present, you know. You just didn't like where it was taking you, and it's almost like it seemed to let you down emotionally over and over again. Whether this is like people that you're dealing with in your job or like the situation, but it seems to really just be letting you go. Letting you down. So it's like every time there was an action, you're like, here we go again. Every time something happens, it's like, here we go again, right? And I feel like it was hurting your self-esteem because you are now taking actions based on feeling like everything is going to go to hell, excuse my language, anyway. You know, you're like, what's the point if every time I try to do something or every time I try to take an action, this is what happens. This is what I go through. It just doesn't seem fair. It just doesn't seem right. So 7 of Swords and the Tower. Yeah, I feel like it was slowly breaking you down, you know. Like there's too much deception, too many lies, too many secrets. People, you know, not following the rules almost, it feels like. And it just feels like there's no structure there, right? And it's hurting your self-esteem because you're like, no matter what I do, it always lands me here. I'm always at the bottom of the barrel, okay? Yeah, it's interesting because the more time you spend by yourself, the more that you're seeing, like in your own head and out of the situation, you start to see that you're doing the best that you can, right? You are great at your job. You do what you're supposed to do. I just feel like you do what you're supposed to do. You're good at your job. You don't have to be told. You know what to do. I'm definitely getting that from that. I just feel like you needed to spend time with yourself to see that. And you had that aha moment that it's not you. So you shouldn't act like it's you. Because it's not you, you know? Yeah, it feels like all the problems that are created are outside of you. And once you take out your emotional connection to this, you'll see that you're not the active participant in why this situation is terrible. It's very interesting, but it's like it's someone else. It's not you that's creating it. So I feel like this is where the transformation comes in with the Death card, is that you start to see it in a higher spiritual plane, that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And as long as you continue to do that on a righteous level, then everything is fine. And that, I feel like that's the breakthrough here, is that you start to not take it personal, what's happening with you. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the change. I feel like the change is once you start to find happiness in what it is that you're doing. And I feel like that happiness is, I do my job. I do my work to the best of my ability. And that's what makes me happy, you know. Also spending time with friends or people outside of work as well. You focus, or people that you do like at work as well, okay. It takes a lot away from what you don't like at work, because you have so many things that you do. And I feel like that's what changes everything, and that's what transforms your mindset, okay? So you can start to let go of the things that drive you crazy, pretty much. So now in August, Leo, with this higher perspective, I feel like you're able to hold on to the things that now make you happy, right? It's like there's a spiritual up step or level up for you. So I feel like you leave what is at work, or what the problem is, in that little bubble, instead of bringing it with you outside of work or into your normal like life activities, because it solely has to do with probably the management or the people that you're dealing with at work, okay? Yeah. It's like you create a bubble around work. Like, you know, these people won't change. You know this situation will not change. But you are above that. It's like you're finding a way to be happy, or to find a spot even in this worst case scenario. It's like mentally you're separating yourself, you're healing yourself, you're not letting the craziness around you impact you, really. Okay? I mean, that's simple and easy. Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to love. Well, hello, Leo. Welcome back to your love reading. So let's see what we have for you in love, Leo, for the month of August. We have new love and give your relationship a chance. Daydreams and decisions, which is the 7 of Cups in this deck. Base chakra, which is the base chakra, or the root chakra, if that's what you like to call it. And then we have well-deserved reward, which is the 9 of Pentacles. Wow. This is comfortability. There's a lot of comfortability in these cards. It's like getting comfortable with someone, whether this is a new person or an old person. You're getting comfortable, and don't let that comfortability scare you, you know, like lean into it is what I'm seeing. I feel like there's a lot of confusion at why things are getting better or why you have these feelings. But I feel like in August, I want to tell you to like indulge in them, in those feelings. Because I feel... it feels safe. I want to say that word. I want to say safe. You don't need to rush things. It's just like allow yourself to be in this present moment is what I'm saying when it comes to love. But let's see what your cards say. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands. 3 of Cups, 5 of Wands, Page of Swords, 2 of Swords, 2 of Cups, there it is, 5 of Swords, King of Wands, oh, I felt it, 9 of Coins. There it is, because there it is right there. Yep. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, that Ace of Swords is like a snap judgment, a realization. Yeah. Your love life's kind of in a decision mode. Like, should I not? But I get the vibe that it's okay to just have the realization that something is getting better or that you like a person. It's okay to just have that realization. You don't have to jump into it right now. It's just like, I just have the realization. I'm aware of what's happening. Okay. I feel like in the past you have been quite defensive with partners or with a particular partner. But you're going to notice in August that they're being more friendly and more open to you. I feel like this is very interesting, but I feel like they want to move forward, you know? It's like, yeah, we could argue. Okay. You're confused because you're used to them arguing or bringing something up or trying to start what feels like a mess, you know? But I feel like in August, they're being more friendly to you. Okay? And this is somebody that you're with. For those of you who are single, I feel like someone's being friendly to you. And you're not sure if you should open up to this person, you know? You're a little bit defensive. You don't know. You don't know if you should open up. You don't know if this is good. You don't know if this is bad. You're just like, it's new. That's the energy that I'm getting. It's new. It's not good. It's not bad. It's new. Yeah. I feel like it's safe. You got the 10 of Cups here and the Empress. It's safe. There's a need of wanting to grow here. But I feel like you're like, why is this happening? Or why now? Or should I trust this person? And it definitely feels like a yes. So as we move forward, this is like settling into this energy. You're starting to see that this person is they're trying to be in the middle ground. I don't think they want you to be mad, and I don't think, they want you to be excessively happy. It's more like comfortable. It's like they are at a point where they are in the middle ground, and you're like watching it happen, kind of asking questions. I feel like you're curious as to why they've sort of balanced out. And it definitely feels like the attempt is to grow the connection between you two. Yeah, very amicable, being friends. Things are definitely changing for the better. Wow. Things are definitely changing for the better. So as you move through August, I feel like you start to think, is this a trick? I don't know why you feel like this is a trick, Leo. You definitely feel like this is a trick. And the more that you try to pull away, the more that you try to focus like on yourself or do things for, what's interesting? I feel like you start pulling away and doing things for yourself, and they become interested in what it is that you're doing. I feel like they're looking at the bigger picture. They're very much in control of what direction they're trying to bring this in, and it's towards you. Yeah. They feel you separating, and I just feel like it makes them take more control of the situation. They feel like you're a good fit, or that you work well together, that you could be happy. And they're thinking about the bigger picture. But you still think that somehow this is a trick. Yeah, you just want things to be fair. And they are acting like it's fair. I feel like you just need to accept. Yeah, it's hard for you to accept all of this love and energy, good energy coming towards you, because it's like you didn't expect it. It's new. But this month, you're definitely having this aha moment, like, wait, this person really does like me, or this person really does want to work on this. Interesting. Okay. Okay, Leo, let's dig into your spiritual energy. All right. So we're going to start with garden. This is the Lenormand, by the way. Garden, clover. Ooh, yeah. A house. Okay. Oof. I'm going to hold it in. I feel like I got a lot to say. Okay, prayer, complacency, and guilt. Shadow, 5 of Cups, 8 of Wands. Alright, let's dig in there. Okay, so first off, let me open this window. Okay. Okay, so first off, garden, clover, and house up here at the top. So this is a garden is about cultivation, okay? So I feel like you have cultivated or grown your luck. A change of luck, a change of path. Very lucky month for you. Things are changing into a more stable situation, right? So luck is guiding you into stability, into a stable relationship, into a stable job, into a more stable situation, right? But you have cultivated it. You've made decisions to lead you here, to have this opportunity. That's what your spiritual energy is about. right? So prayer, you consciously took action. You consciously prayed. You consciously wanted and desired for a change, and this is what you got. It's a change in your stability. It's a change in your job, in your relationship, something that you can grasp on. It's a change in that. And you shouldn't feel sorry for it or feel self-conscious or feel guilty for accepting something that's better. You don't have to stay in a negative situation, right? So with the shadow side, that's the devil card. It is about something that has held you back or been hovering over your head or has been sort of just a shadow over your life. You're finally releasing that, you know. The Five of Cups is about grief. It's about letting something go. It's about releasing something. You don't have to be sad that you're letting go. It's just a loss, you know. Find comfort in the fact that things will get better. This is your lucky break, pretty much. So things will start to move fast towards the stability that you want. You just need to be open and ready to receive. Okay, Leo? So I love you. And I'll see you next week. Or next month. Bye-bye.